Start this over. Yeah, I love living here now. When I hear laughter and happiness through the walls, um, it's a completely different experience. So this is the mostly finished box, and you can see that it sits right on top of here with the little base that sits right on top of the square studs. Now they're not exact, and then folds down like that. There you go. Folds up like that, and that opens up. See stuff in there. So that's done-ish. I have to repaint it a little bit, adjust it a little bit. But the control box itself is done. Now I'm working on the power center for the lighting, which isn't going to be at every show. It's only going to be at shows where there's going to be a lights out portion of it. So like the Lego brick shows. Because when I do the Anime North, there's never any lights out, so there's no point in lighting up the layout, which takes a little bit more time than just plugging in the power to run the trains. So I have 10 Rob Hendricks LifeLites 120 volt converters. These are 5, and there's 5 more in that box down there. And this guy is the EL wire converter, which is right here, which plugs into the EL. So, and the power bar has 6 plugs, which is perfect. So, 5 LifeLites converters, 120 volt to 3 volt, and 1 EL wire converter, because this is what plugs into the buildings. This layer is what plugs into buildings, because I need 3 for the main building, 1 for the rocket launch tower, and 1 for the habitat. And this also goes to the big tower, the big main building, because it has EL wire in it. So that's 1 layer. It's gonna be 1 shelf, and it's all done, which is awesome. I have to cut a little notch here so the power cord can drop through, because basically this is going to be a shelf, and there's going to be another shelf virtually identical to this, but again 5 more LifeLight controllers or power, 120 volt power, and it's also going to have a 12 volt wall wart for the LED lights inside the habitat. So that's why there are 2 separate shelves, 1 for the buildings, 1 for and the 5 controllers control all the 5 power supplies, supply all the lighting for the base, the modules. That's fine. So, and then I built this little thing here, because this is where basically all these wires are going to be hanging out in storage. And so what's going to happen is this is the base of the box, the entire box. This is just a shelf. This is the base of the box. The walls coming up on 3 sides, and a door that opens this way to access this part. And this is going to be sealed on that side, all the way down. So, so the next layer, the next shelf is going to look identical to this, and it's going to have this here, because I have to put, again, it's in the box, I'm not going to pull it out now, but all the LifeLites connections to the 9 wooden modules where all my base plates are. And then the bottom layer, which is right on top of here, is where all the power cords are going to be tucked into and storage, and be able to take them out and plug them into the back of that guy. So there is a plan, there is a method to my madness. This worked exceedingly well. Velcro, I happen to acquire lots of Velcro over the years, holding these guys in. And of course, I also picture framed them in on 3 sides, just so they don't move around. And then I use Velcro to hold all the spare length of power cables off of here, which just makes makes it a little neater. So I'm happy with that. I'm not going to bother painting the interior shelves, just like I didn't paint the shelves inside there, because there's no point. But this box on the outside is going to be the same gray as that box, and it's going to have the studs on top, the 2 studs, just like those studs there, which are holding this guy here. So this guy will be sitting on top of this box when I'm doing a brick convention and the lights out. As well, on that specific note, when I'm doing a regular show with just this box will either be sitting on top of this box, the corner number 3, which is in the back, or it'll be sitting in the middle on 2 of those, on those 2 that are in the back. So that's why I have the connectors here and here in the back, so I can do that when it's on a light out show, this piece and this piece will be in this on the side. That's between box 3 and box 1 on the side. It'll fit right in between those two boxes because all the wires go that way for the lighting. I designed the entire thing to go from basically left to right. So, oh, it's my beautiful neighbor. So again, just happy to be here now. Those of you who know the horror that we went through for 8 years with the neighbors from hell, this is a godsend. We have absolutely beautiful, wonderful, conscientious, courteous, wonderful, polite, considerate. I can't think of another adjective besides just beautiful people living on both sides of us right now. But anyway, so that box is mostly done. This shelf is done. I'm going to build an identical one later on in the weekend. And then I'm going to build the exterior box for it and paint it up. This shelf is, of course, 1 inch shorter than this piece because I'm putting 1/2-inch walls on it and enough room to slide it in and out. So originally I was going to have a lot of trapdoors on this box so I can get access to various things. I'm not going to do that anymore. Basically, there's going to be a door here that swings out that way because I'll have this, the one above it with the wires for the wood modules and the power cords here. And then when everything's out into the layout the way it's supposed to be, I'm going to have like little notches in the actual door so I can close the door and latch it. And I may have another door here because I want to be able to pull these shelves out. So I'm going to have to be able to pull these shelves out. So that's going to be solid on 3 sides. And the door opens this way and the door opens that way. And this door will have notches in it to allow the power cords to run out. So it's not going to be that fancy. It's just going to be a box. It's not going to be fancy like that. I had fun designing that. I really did. And I'm glad it came together as well as it did, because I was worried for a while where I was going to store all this stuff. I thought I was going to be storing it on top of here. I thought I'd be interfering with these wires and get all twisted up. But I think this is going to be fine. I'm going to find some sort of drum or something to be able to wrap these wires up when they're in storage. But I just wrapped them in my hand. You can see this little bird's nest was quite nice before, just to stuff them in there. And we'll see what happens when the box is finished to see how well these things sit. The next shelf, that's going to have, again, the 5 power supplies for the LifeLites and the 1 power supply for the 12-volt LED. It's going to have exactly the same here, but that's going to have my ribbon cable that I designed a long time ago. So there's going to be a lot of room in that one. So, you know, it'll be fine. And that way, I don't want to make this box too high, plus that box, but they're going to come up a little bit. Probably half the height, probably up to here from the floor. And I think that'll be fine. I'm looking forward. So what I've just thought about tonight is when I was building this, when this is done and that's done, I'm probably going to, because I don't have a show for 7-8 weeks. My next show is in Toronto for Bricks in the Six. I'm so looking forward to that. It's called brickassembly.ca. Go look it up if you want to be there at the show. I'll be there for 4 days. But I might do another driveway show that I did like during COVID, where I set up the layout in the afternoon on the weekend, just so I could see it lit up at night. Because I want to test the lighting and I want to improve the lighting, because again, I've only seen it lit up once in the house fully, once on the driveway that wasn't even remotely finished. But now that I have most of the lighting done that I needed to do, there's still a lot that I want to do. I want to light up all the ships. I want to light up all the gizmos and doodads that are over the layout. I should have enough plugins from the LifeLite kits that are on the bases that are in there, to be able to run a wire to doodads to light those things up. But I don't think I'm going to have any of that ready for Bricks in the Six. It's just going to be the base plates and the landing pad lights. And I got to build more of those, because I think I have a specific number that I needed. But the issue is that if any of them break between here and the show, hey, there's an ant. There's an ant on my garage. There it is. Hello, ant. I'm going to leave him alone. So I am going to test the lighting, and we'll go from there. So in the interim, I'm going to finish this box, hopefully sometime this weekend. And there you go. There's a status update, and life is good. I will talk to everybody soon. Take care. Bye.